Hey there, y'all. This is Jack, and today we are discussing My Hero Academia chapter 413 Lump of Lead. Okay. Interesting chapter. I like the ideas they're going here. Still not a big fan of Deku trying to save Shigaraki, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see how Horikoshi goes about it. And it actually looks like he's actually going to do something pretty clever with it, I gotta admit. But before we go into the review, consider subscribing to my channel. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm so close to 100 subscribers, so if you like this video, maybe consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. But all right, let's jump right into the review, shall we? So, all right, first page right here, we see actually Stars and Stripes, which is so cool. I love that we got to see her. I never thought we'd see her again. But yeah, as she was essentially just ripping All for One apart, and then she realizes deep within the inside of his dark soul that's a part of Shigaraki, she saw a little boy that was terrified, which she realized it was from a crack from the lump of iron and metal surrounding the Shigaraki's inner child, essentially. And she's in a dream of All Might. She's essentially just pointing to it, saying, look, there's a child right over there, and All Might wakes up as Ed Child's like, hey, man, All Might, you better stay up with me, or you're gonna just pass out. Stay with me, all right? And All Might's essentially like, what in the world's going on? It felt like that one time, like the wheels are still flowing within me. He's referring to the one for all power, so that he feels like there's still some of it left in him. Not enough, obviously, to go continue the fight, but like he felt something in it as well. As he says, he it felt like the power going through the generations. But then we cut to Shigaraki throwing Deku away, and then he kind of pauses. He's like, "Wait, what was that feeling? I'm absolutely sure that she was extinguished. As long as people stand up to save each other, someone will inherit the will of heroism." And Shigaraki just smiles and says, "Even though she's dead, there's still an ember." So yeah, Shigaraki even felt that she's around. Why? Because he took her quirk, but her quirk kind of got destroyed in him. Trying to essentially destroy Shigaraki from the inside out. Didn't really work all that well, but of course it was just to buy our hero some time to essentially set up a plan to defeat Shigaraki. And then we see Deku just land in the distance. Deku's just, he's down, man. He can't win this fight. But then he does remember what Kudo said as Deku's like, well, what do you mean second? Letting go of All for One. Why? And Kudo essentially says, yeah, stay calm. But while excuse me, hear us out. Inside Shigaraki, there was a lump of black as lead. It presumed his rage, his frustration, and all his memories. But then they got pulled into a single thing. Now his willpower is just solid hatred. But All Might found a crack. And that's probably a wound from his fight against Stars and Stripes. So, not bad, I gotta say. I gotta say that, okay, Horikoshi, you clearly didn't plan this because all that hardness didn't surround Shigaraki's heart. Um, it probably got there when Stars and Stripes was on a rampage within Shigaraki, but we didn't see that. So I kind of feel like this is a bit of a Horikoshi. Come on, when this part gets animated, make sure you show this part, or I show like that there's a crack appeared in the lump of iron. But essentially, Akuto's essentially like, yeah, there's an opening right there, and we could essentially go for it. And some of the other users are like, wait, hold on, Kudo, hold on. That doesn't mean just because Shigaraki takes you, Shigaraki immediately started using the hero that was taken that uses the smoke screen. Sorry, not smoke screen, danger sense. Excuse me. And with him gone, that he immediately started using him. So yeah, it's not going to be easy. And Kudo's like, well, let me explain this to you. Um, hey Deku, when that childhood friend of yours needed to pass something to you, how does he do it? Then it shows a flashback of essentially or it's not Shigaraki, Bakugo throwing a piece of paper at Deku, which actually gives Deku like okay, yeah, I see what you mean. So essentially, force force Kudo into Shigaraki, so that way so fast that so Shigaraki doesn't have time to just completely use it, and hopefully that's fast enough to get into the crack of Shigaraki, kind of do something. Now with that, if that works, the bet is all of the rest of the members of One for All are going to go in Shigaraki and essentially just take him out from the inside. And with that happening, Deku does kind of. I don't want to say he does it. Because Deku, he's proud of this power. He earned it. He earned it fair and square. And he's as he said, he's blessed to be able to be bestowed this power to. But in the end, um, that even though this power was given to him by his hero, but if this is what it takes to defeat Shigaraki, you know Deku's gonna go for it. And Deku, as Kudo says, it's the rest is up to you. The rest is up to you now, Izuku Midoriya. What will it be? And Deku says, "I will do it." As we get actually this pretty sweet version of Deku as one of the black whips shreds Shigaraki's arm off. As Shigaraki's like, "Oh my." Look at you. I'd never guessed you're a hero. As we see Deku, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks very, very similar to Iron Spider, which I'm not gonna lie, looks pretty dang cool for Deku here. Because Shigaraki's like, yeah, I would have never guessed you're a hero. Because with all this black whips are wrapped around his Deku's body and out of his bodies to reinforce his body. And in his left hand, we see a an ember or a light. That's obviously Kudo. Now, how is Deku gonna get that to Shigaraki? I'm assuming he's probably just gonna just hit Shigaraki and it'll be transferred that way. I don't think if it's gonna be so willing, I assume it'll probably be that easy. Or no, not that easy, I should say, but I guess like that simple versus having to get some of his blood and throw in Shigaraki's mouth and forcing it that way. I'm assuming he just has to land a touch on Shigaraki and it'll be sent into Shigaraki Kudo, and we'll see how that goes. I think it's gonna work somehow, but Kudo's not gonna make that much progress. And then the rest of the One for All members are gonna have to go in. Sorry, All for One or One for All. I'm so sorry, One for All to go in Shigaraki, and then they'll disrupt Shigaraki and more than likely save Shigaraki. I think that's the way they're gonna do it. I mean, better than what I thought Hirokoshi was going to do, which would be Talk no Jutsu. Again, not a fan of that, but if this does happen, where yeah, all the members of One for All just go inside Shigaraki, and that's how they save him, and then Deku's when Shigaraki's kind of like out of his not in his insane mind, that's when Deku could, go up to him and then start chatting with him. But I would want to obviously start chatting with him. Still a bit Talk no Jutsu for sure, but I mean, at least you're having like actual a, like lack for better words, like a breakdown of Shigaraki's inside to to get to that conversation, to at least get a conversation. So yeah, I mean, all right, that's something. That's something I gotta give it here. Something. I'll give this chapter 7 out of 10. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Um, Pretty big bet Deku is gonna placing on, but what other choice does he have? He can't really defeat Shigaraki. Shigaraki is just this monster, and even if Deku wanted to, he can't. But Deku does want to save Shigaraki, and the other One for Alls or All for One for Alls. I'm so sorry. Realize this and I'm like, all right, this is the best way we're gonna be able to do it. And Stars and Stripes, I love Stars and Stripes. I'm glad we saw her, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. You guys think this plan's gonna work? I personally think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work, but I think it's still gonna come down to Deku having a chat with Shigaraki in the end, and Shigaraki's probably going to kill himself or something. He's probably gonna destroy him. Destroy. I guess he's probably. I still think he's gonna destroy some part of Mount Fuji, and the lava is gonna be coming spilling out, and Shigaraki's gonna sacrifice himself to destroy the volcano slash lava. Yeah. So anyway, if you listened this far, I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great day and take care. Later.